Welcome to Legoland. I was here a year ago and this place was an absolute disaster. It does not cope very well when it is busy. I'm hoping today is not busy. I can never understand the school English holidays. I think you guys have just had midterm. We're about to finish for the summer, so I don't get your holidays, but I'm hoping today's nice and quiet. I've seen lots of school kids on the way in, going to school. So let's get in and see if this park's any better when it's not rammed. Right, so I'd like to get on Minifigure Speedway, which is right beside me. Not open yet. I mean, technically the park's not open for another 7 minutes, so I'm hoping that's all it is. But yeah, let's get in the queue for that one and see. No Minifigure Speedway to start the day for me. Guy just came and said technical issues, maintenance on their way, don't know when it'll open. Oops. Does kind of feel like this is not quite complete yet. I mean, I know roller coasters sometimes open and, you know, they've still got landscaping and stuff to do. And I still got fences up with danger keep out. So curious what's still to be done. Fixing it, that'd be what's still to be done.
Featuring the most spectacular party trick ever! There is no greater party in town.
So, obviously didn't start on Minifigure Speedway, we started on the Monster House Party thing. Vekoma Madhouse, same concept as Hex, not as good as Hex. Apparently if you're motion sick it's not a good one because Carly sat with her eyes shut for the whole trip.
Yes, and he tricked me to go onto it. He knew I'd be sick.
So it looks like today might be a quieter day, which in theory should seem better than the last time I was here, but their operations are still absolutely horrific. I mean, it's quiet, I get that, so they're not using all 3 lanes, but there's hardly any boats on. And they're really slow, the staff just stand around, so not looking good.
So he's going to get us.
Just got on the Coast Guard HQ, which only had or has a 10-minute queue. And last time I was here I didn't go anywhere near it because it was like 50 minutes all day. And it's a nice little boat ride, but it's definitely not worth 50 minutes. So nice and quiet. So, Flight of the Skylines walk on. Or rather walk round. Because it doesn't look like there's any shortcuts.
Everyone, meet nuts and bolts, or bolts for short. Bolts.
I do enjoy a flying theatre, although we were in the middle seat, which should be the good seat. You can still see the top. And there's bits of the screen that are a little blurry, so if you get motion sickness, that might not be for you. I enjoyed it though. I don't want to jinx it, but might be in for an okay day. Minifigure is reopened, it says 10 minutes, and everything else says 5. So could be my first ever quiet visit to Legoland. Yay! Alright, just had the first shot there on Minifigure Speedway. All-Stars, the orange one. That's pretty good, pretty good. More intense than I thought. I'll do an in-depth review on another video, so make sure you're subscribed for that because I'm going around trying out all the new rides that I can get on in the UK. But I don't know if I can pick sides because I'd like to go and do the other side. Let's find out.
No, there are lots of spider webs in here, and I
you find it strange that this queue crosses the railway? I have been stuck here before waiting on the train to go past. So that ride probably just sums it all up. It's not busy. I mean, there's people. I've seen a couple of school trips, but most things are like 5-10 minutes, right? Most of that queue did not exist. It was walk on, and yet when you get to the end, it is still super slow for them to actually batch. Operations here are absolutely terrible. So even on a quiet day, this park is not very good, which is disappointing because it should be. But then it's a kids park, and the problem with the kids park is kids. Well, that's Ninjago done. I believe it's a similar, same ride mechanism as the Spider-Man one in Disney Paris. It's not very good. It's certainly not something that there's any skill involved. You're just waving your hand and hoping and praying that the things come flying out. I mean, I got a good score, but I think I've also got bloody sore wrists now, so yeah, that was... Right, I think we've still got the 2 dragon coasters to do, which we're heading towards now. And then I don't know what we're going to do after that, so let's see what the queues are like for these. Well, that's one of the coasters out of the way then, isn't it? Neither Merlin's Challenge nor Dragon's Apprentice are running. I don't know if that's temporary or if they're down all day. Let's see if the bigger dragon coaster's running, shall we? Okay, just did the Dragon's Challenge. Great ride. Actually, I would say I prefer that to Minifigure Speedway. I mean, Minifigure Speedway is good, but that's more coaster-like. I'm sticking with what I said earlier though. Still not busy, ride operations pretty poor. It's kind of telling when you see a park quiet and it can't cope. And then when it is busy, it's even worse. So, it's a shame, because it's a lovely park and perfect for kids, but Jesus Christ. If you don't like waiting in queues, you're not going to like this park. Okay. He's on a mobile phone. That's me, Grumpy. Do you know, that is obviously an insanely kiddie ride. I really like that. That's the Lego's really good on that. All the different fairy tales. It's also nice and relaxing. So perfect. I mean, I've not just had lunch, but if I'd had lunch, that's a perfect ride to go on. So it's still quiet, but they're not handling it very well. So I'm curious. I think I'm right next to Minifigure Speedway, so I might as well have another shot on that and see if it's any better.
Congratulations, Team All-Stars!
Just had a third shot on Minifigure Speedway. It is so quiet, in fact, that they're just letting people stay on it. So that one's actually not too bad, although when we did it, they put everybody in the All-Stars, and there was literally 2 people on the Legends train. Like, I don't understand the way they're splitting them between the 2 trains, but hey ho. Still a nice ride. And now I'm going to go and chill out in Miniland. I have to say, the attention to detail in Miniland never ceases to amaze. Like, it's so intricate. Moving vehicles, moving trains, people having a picnic, which you may or may not be able to see down there. Just really, really detailed. And you know, you can immediately tell. Like, I looked and I was like, oh, that's a smart car. Like, it's very, and there's a Beetle. Like, it's obvious what things are, which is pretty cool. Still late. Standard ScotRail. Well, we just ended the day there on a nice chilled out run around on the wee kids monorail. The park's still open for another hour and a half, but I'm done. It's a funny one. So basically, previous times when I've been here, it's been rammed. It's been super busy. and I wasn't impressed. Today's been the exact opposite in terms of I saw a flight of the skyline at one point at 40 minutes, but generally everything's been 5-10 minutes, which is great, right? Nice and quiet. They still don't know how to operate a queue. Now I don't know if that's just because it's loads of kids and kids are our nightmare. I have 3, so I can say that. I don't know. Look, I'm not the demographic for this park. Clearly, this is aimed at kids. It's just not one I'm going to keep on my to-do list. I mean, if they had a new ride, I might come back. But let me know your thoughts. Do you love this park? Are you frustrated with this park? Tomorrow, I am in Chessington. Thursday, I am in Thorpe Park. And Friday, I am in Drayton Manor. So, I got loads more vlogs coming up. So if you've enjoyed this one, make sure you hit that thumb button. Thumb button? That thumbs up, like, and subscribe. I have been Chris. I'm also out of breath. And I will see you in the next one. Adios!